Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am scrapbooking some photos from last Christmas Eve at work when we all wore our ugly sweaters. And I am going to be playing with these products today. So I have the beautiful bauble die from Brutus Monroe, some sweater weather paper from Brutus Monroe, some of this gorgeous glitter stock, and of course I threw in a sheet of cardstock. So let's see what I can do. Now I went ahead and took the beautiful die and you ran it through my Gemini a couple times. I ran it through in black cardstock. I also ran it through in this red shimmery cardstock, and then I ran it through a green cardstock. And that's because I am going to inlay the die a little bit. So this, I love this, okay? This just makes me so happy. There are supplies that you have in your stash that you just, like they feel that emotional spot in you. And, you know, paper crafting supplies in general do that for me, but this die, oh my goodness, when it is die cut in black and it is over glitter, it's gorgeous. I love it. So I don't make you watch me inlay all of the red and the green because it is a little bit tedious, and how many times do you really need to watch somebody glue a piece of cardstock into another cardstock like a puzzle? So that is all I'm doing, and then I'm going to fussy cut around the edge, and then I've got this gorgeous decorative element for my scrapbook page. Now this die is perfectly sized for a card panel, so of course you can use this for cards. You could be really simple with your card too. Just die cut it out in a single color, pop it on a piece of cardstock or even glitter stock, and there you go. Your Christmas card is done for the year. But as you guys know, maybe I am a card maker, maybe I'm not a card maker. I'm happy with the cards I do make, but you know, my paper passion is really scrapbooking. That's what really just, you know, fills my heart, my cup runneth over, all those good things. Now I am going to matte both of these photos on some black cardstock, and that is because I do have that big black die cut that I cut out. I want to make sure that I have continuity with the colors. Now I did not use any of the sweater weather paper to fill in the die here. I just use solid colors, and that's because I really wanted the die to pop, and I think that that was able to happen because it's just solid colors and it's just glitter stock. And I don't want to say it like it's just that, meaning it's diminished in somehow, but since I'm not doing pattern on it, it really does kind of pop out at you a little bit more than if I would have done something with the sweater weather papers. I hope that makes sense. I hope that you can kind of visualize that in your head as I'm trying to explain it. So I do pop up the die here, or the die cut rather, up on some fun foam. And the beautiful thing about fun foam is you can use any color because you're really not going to see it. It is completely blocked out by whatever's on top of it, and in this case it is the die. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on my pieces, and then I'm going to have them go across the upper third of my cardstock here. And I am using white cardstock because I want the elements of this layout to pop. I don't want, you know, it to be, oh yeah, there. I think it's a Christmas layout. Like, I want you to be able to look at this and be like, bam, look at that glittery die cut. Look at those super fun ugly sweater photos. Like, that's what I want you to be able to see. So this was Christmas Eve at work last year, and you know, Christmas Eve we all decided to wear ugly sweaters. We had some really awesome awesome ugly sweaters. Mine was less ugly and more cute. Well, I thought it was cute. It did have pom poms and jingle bells, so maybe some people think that's ugly. I don't know. But my boss and I both wore these antlers. She got them for us. It was just a super fun time. Now, I love working retail on Christmas Eve. That might seem kind of crazy because let me just tell you, the crazies are out on Christmas Eve. What really stinks is when you close at 11 p.m. and somebody's coming in at 10:55 to do all of their Christmas shopping because they've done nothing for the entire year, and then you kind of have to kick them out, and they're like, they call you a Grinch and a Scrooge and all that kind of stuff. But you know, that kind of stuff, it just doesn't bother me. Christmas Eve is a fun time. So I go ahead and cut apart the one striped sweatery paper. I just want to make sure that you can see that it's reindeer. Like you can tell what it's supposed to be and that you're not really missing out on anything, even though the reindeer are not completely, like you don't completely see the reindeer. You see pieces of them, but you can tell what they are. And sometimes I think that when we are creating our layouts, we're so worried about making sure that the stuff is visible that we really don't think about, does it need to be that way? Do I need to make sure that all of these reindeer are visible all the time? No, I don't. Now, I do have an awful lot of white space down here at the bottom, so I figured I would take some more of the paper and just kind of bring it down to the bottom here to add a little bit of weight. That way, not all of the excitement is happening on the upper part of the page. Now, I did decide to bring the glitter down because that is a lot of glitter up at the top, and I just felt like it would be good to have it down at the bottom as well. So I cut off another bit of the reindeers here, and the reindeers. Funny, the plural of reindeer is reindeer, and I just said reindeers. Whatever. So I am going to kind of mess around with this a little bit down here. I'm going to figure out exactly where I want the glitter bits to go and where I want the sweater weather papers to go. It's just, just trying to figure it out in my mind and decide what looks good. And there isn't really a rhyme or reason to what I'm doing other than I'm layering up bits until I like them. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim off the edge. So my little guillotine trimmer was on top of my big guillotine trimmer, so I had to get that one out of the way. Now I have this pretty much set up of where I want it to be, so I need to add some letters for a title. I go into my stash and I just find a black foam letter sticker and I put on the title Pretty Ugly, and it's kind of a play on words because when something is pretty ugly, then it's like, whoa, that's kind of ugly. But in this case, I really do mean pretty ugly sweaters. And if people get that when they read the title, that's fantastic. If they don't get it, that's fantastic. If they don't think my Christmas sweater was pretty, that's okay too. They can think it's just ugly. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I do use the smaller letter stickers for pretty and the larger letter stickers for ugly. But then I didn't give myself enough space. I did not follow my own advice and work from the end of the words to the beginning. I didn't follow my own advice, so kind of messed that up. So now I'm just going to reapply the word ugly onto my layout and just kind of make sure that it is straight enough and it looks good. And then I'm going to add a little bit of journaling. So I just grab a black pen and I'm journaling right above the title so that I can tie the title in to what I'm writing about. So I'm writing about Christmas Eve at work and how we're wearing ugly sweaters, and then, yeah, they were pretty ugly. Then I'm going to go ahead and add an exclamation point, and that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get a notification every time a video gets posted to this channel, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.